What is good, everybody? Man, it's your boy Jay in the building. Is back again with another video. All right, man. So, like y'all know, we got Jackson State and Grambling State coming up this weekend. So, I kind of wanted to watch Hugh Jackson's press conference leading up to the game, man. I kind of want to hear his thoughts, not only on the game they had this past weekend, but on the game that's coming up this weekend, man. So I want to listen to Hugh Jackson, and then I kind of want to listen to what Coach Prime had to say, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing going. Let's get it going. Where my headphones at? Where my headphones at?
Good morning, Coach.
Where my headphones at, man?
Coach, if you would start us out with an opening statement about your team's most recent outing over Northwestern State.
I was glad to see our team bounce back and get in the win column. Guys worked hard heading into that game, so I thought they really did some good things during the game. Corrected some of our wrongs from the week before. Obviously, it's one win, and obviously we're excited about it, but we're trying to do everything we can to just keep moving forward and keep getting better.
And let me say this about Grambling, too. And I know what everybody's saying, like, oh, Northwestern ain't never been good, but let me say this. Grambling's offense ain't looked like that last year. Like, Grambling, like, if y'all saw Grambling's offense, not just last year, but in the spring season, that offense did not look like that. So like y'all can tell that there's been major improvements with that offense. So that y'all know that Grambling is totally different from past years. So just want to point that out.
Hate those comments, Coach. Want to open up the floor for questions for Coach Jackson. First question goes to Charles Bishop.
Good morning, Coach. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Congratulations on your first collegiate victory.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask, you guys had a real breakout quarter there in the second quarter. If you can just kind of quickly recap the play of Maurice Washington and your quarterback as well.
Yeah, no, I thought Maurice did a really good job. He hit the hole fast and good, but more so than that, I thought the offensive line did a great job of creating opportunities for him in those two runs that he had. The quarterback played steady. He was very consistent in the first half, so that's why I think you see the output of points at that particular point in time. We got to become a little bit more consistent as we continue to play. But I was just excited to see the things that we've been harping on, preaching on, starting to happen at a high level.
Quick follow-up question, Coach. Huge matchup with Jackson State this weekend. They've yet to give up a touchdown thus far on the first couple of games of the season. What is it that you see in regards to this defensive Jackson State has?
No, they're good. I mean, obviously, they were good last year. I think they're good this year. They got really good personnel. They know how to play. They do a great job schematically. It'll be a tall challenge, but we're excited about the opportunity to play them.
Sure. And let me just say this, like have you guys watched FAMU and Tennessee State with these first two games? If y'all see Grambling State, like the difference between Grambling State and the first two in FAMU and Tennessee State, me personally, I think Grambling State has more weapons than FAMU and Tennessee State. Like, they have more, like, especially on the receiving side of the ball. Like, they have London, at the receiver stop. They have White. They have Bordeaux. They have Wilson. Like, that's just at the receiver spot. Then, like I said, they have Chance Williams at running back. They got Maurice Washington at running back. Like, they have Floyd Chalk the fourth. Like, so, and then Hawkins is dangerous with his legs as well. So Grambling has a multitude of ways that they can beat you. And I say this, like, if Jackson State can hold Grambling State to 3 points with the offense they have, then ain't nothing they can really say about them. So,
thank you, Coach.
Next question goes to Matt Bielenson.
Morning, Coach. How are you doing?
Doing good.
You mentioned your quarterback, obviously coming into fall camp, there was a quarterback battle at that position. I'm curious, 2 games in, obviously, like you mentioned, you want to get some more consistency going forward. I'm curious, Where did you see that quarterback battle really take a shift, in Corterius's, favor as you got closer to the season?
Well, I thought it really took a shift in the first game. He obviously had to go out with an injury, but I thought, when we put him out there, he was our starting quarterback. So I felt very comfortable with that. Obviously, he played much better this past week, and hopefully he'll continue to grow as we go through the season.
And he looked good, too.
Follow up on that. I'm curious,
he looked good.
What has been Coach Kincaid's role in obviously, getting that position, a little bit more stable as the season's gone on? I'm curious, what have you seen from him as you obviously, brought him into this role, back to Grambling?
No, he's done a great job. He tries to do everything he can to create the environment for our quarterbacks to learn and grow fundamentally and through our system. So I really lean on him when it comes to our quarterbacks.
Thanks.
Next question goes to Mia Berry.
Hi, Coach. How are you?
Doing well.
Good. Last week, we kind of discussed you keeping an eye out on everything happening in Jackson. Has a final decision been made going to play at Jackson this week?
I have not heard anything different to this date. So I think we will be there and we'll play there.
Okay, that's all I had.
Hey, and I hope so. From what I heard, that the game is still going to go on. I've been hearing, that the water, things over there, it has been getting a little better each day. But I damn sure hope they're playing at home. Because I don't want to have to fly there and then all of a sudden something happened and then, the game canceled or the game got moved or whatever. I pray and hope that don't happen. But from what I heard, that the game is supposed to be going on at Jackson still. So.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
This question goes to Zach McKinnell.
How you doing, Coach?
Doing well.
Your defense was able to force a few turnovers this weekend and really play some great football against a good offensive-minded team. Can you speak to some of the young guys who really stepped up this week for your defense that have stood out to you and the coaching staff?
Well, I think just as a whole, I hate to pinpoint any one player, but I thought as a defense, we stepped up our game. I thought we played with more effort, with more toughness, with more awareness. We need to continue to do so. I think we're just starting to scratch the surface of how good we can be. But I thought as a whole, all the young players and the veteran players, when you see Joshua Reed, return a fumble for a touchdown, as you mentioned, young player, Kevin Thomas has a touchdown. Has a interception. That was great for us. But again, I just think as a whole, as a defense, we're just trying to get better.
And I don't want people to forget, last year, Grambling State, statistically, they were top 5 in everything. We're talking about top 5 in rushing defense, passing defense, turnovers created, sacks, third down conversions, or lack thereof. So Grambling State's defense damn near got them 4 wins last year. You know what I'm saying? And that was without an offense. And I keep saying it, but yeah, Grambling State had good defenses for years, and it wasn't no difference, last week. So I hope they bring that same defense this coming week because Grambling State got it.
And a quick follow-up. Throughout your first 2 games, you play a tough FBS opponent and then a big out-of-conference game against the Southland squad. What has been I would say, 1 or 2 things that you have learned most about your team throughout these first 2 weeks against some pretty good competition?
I think the first game, we were kind of, surprised at the game. And I won't say from a coaching staff or a player, but started to go. We didn't play as well as we thought we could. I thought watching our team bounce back, I was very excited about that because that's what you like to see. Go from week 1 to week 2, see improvement, and watch the guys really hone in on the things that you're preaching each and every day, better at it. And I thought we did that. Now we need to take the next jump, and that's what we're looking forward to.
Next question goes to Jim Klein-Peter.
Hi, Coach. I was wondering if your path during your NFL career ever crossed with Deion Sanders, and do you know him well or have any other associations with him?
No, I know Dion.
I wouldn't think so.
I've coached against him. He's a personal friend. We've spoken several times. I have nothing but the utmost respect for him as a former player, coach now. He's done a great job there at Jackson State. Obviously, they're one of the best teams in the conference. And so I have nothing but great respect and admiration for him.
True, best team one of the best teams in the country.
While you were considering the Grambling job, did you reach out to Dion and ask him about coaching in the SWAC or talk to him a little bit about what to expect?
I didn't do that before the job. I talked to the job. There's no question about that. And he's been great. Obviously he has a wealth of knowledge and experience. Now I haven't done it in this conference and gave me some pointers on some things to consider and look for. And I'm just thankful to have somebody like that, him and Eddie George, that you can talk to about those things.
Thank you.
The value.
Quickly try to get to 2 more questions. Next question goes to James Hill.
Hey, Coach, I hope you and the guys are well, the G-Men. Your ground attack was in full effect, and so was your air game. Just talk about the success on offensive side of the ball for Grambling State University.
Come on, y'all turn the music down, man. Come on, man.
Things kind of, fed off of each other. I thought we were able to run the ball, which gave us a chance to throw the football, and we were able to make some plays. We had some very explosive plays in the game, and we need to continue to do that because that's how you win. So we know that we need to improve from one week to the next, and our guys are starting to get it and understand what we're trying to accomplish. So I'm looking forward to our guys continuing to grow as we move forward.
Coach, quick follow-up. This next game pits 2 of the best brands or biggest brands in HBCU when we look at Grambling State and Jackson State, and 2 of the best minds in Coach Prime and yourself. Just talk about this for the fans. They get a treat, and they get to watch and kind of see what's going on.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think we head into this game, we're 1-1, they're 2-0. And like I said, Deion's done a great job, and we're trying to do everything we can to get our program back to where it should be. So it's going to be a heck of a matchup. They have a tremendous staff, really good players. I think I have a really good staff and some good players. And it's going to be a delight, I'm sure, for all fans to want to be a part of this and see this game.
Thank you, sir.
And what's interesting also from what I found out is that Grambling State hasn't lost at Jackson State since 1999. I think that's a real interesting stat to see. So we're gonna see how that turns out. I know Jackson State beat them in the spring, but look, at home, I don't know.
Sir, have a good one.
Last question goes to Dr. Cavill.
Dr. Cavill, inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
I want to ask you a matchup. You talked about being prepared and having a good week of practice. What is the challenge of week to week having a good week of practice, trying to get that consistency?
Well, absolutely. The challenge could be you might have a few guys that might have to go to class, from time to time. From that standpoint, I've had to understand that there's times that it is academics first. The guys do have to go to class, but outside of that, we really try to keep the same routine for our players because I think our players really love routine. I know me as a coach does. I'm sure our players do, but for the most part, it's been pretty smooth thus far. But I do know that there will be times when academics will get in the way of some practice time.
Last quick follow-up. You've done this at the highest level. It seems like at the NFL, it's more about the players. At the college level, oftentimes it can be about the coaches. Does that really mean anything in terms of preparation for a game, in terms of how the media covers a game week to week?
Oh, absolutely. I think, from us, we try to stay consistent as a staff with our planning and how we go about it. Obviously, the media coverage has been what it's going to be. I know everybody's going to make this a really big game, this week for Jackson State and for Grambling. But the most important thing for us is to continue to get better at the things we're doing and how we go through our process during the week. If we can cross the T's and dot the I's better, travel better, do all those things better, then we have a chance to play better. And that's what we're looking forward to doing.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
All right, check this out. I know what he's saying, but forget what he's talking about. I'm making this a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the reasons why I'm going to this game is because I think these are going to be the top two teams to meet in the SWAC championship. But I'll speak more on that, tomorrow when I give my game review. I ain't going to give it yet, but I got some things I want to say about this game, man. I'm really going to hold for the next day, and that's going to be the day I leave. So, yeah, I'm excited for this game, man. I really am. I really am. I'll get a chance to experience the home crowd. But we'll speak about that later, man. So shout out to Grambling State. Shout out to Hugh Jackson, man. I can't wait.